just seen in the last few days the resistance starting to awaken. And it's actually not Trump who's awakened them, it's oddly Elon Musk. Against him, you're seeing lawsuits being filed.
Our Constitution is under attack. What do we do?
You saw protests in DC outside the buildings of OPM, USAID, and the Treasury.
Trump is a puppet of a foreign national whose name is Musk, who has taken over our data, who has taken over our buildings, has locked federal workers out of buildings.
Quiet since the election are starting to voice their outrage about what Musk is doing.
We don't have a fourth branch of government called Elon Musk, and that's going to become real clear.
You're starting to see the resistance, which had been really in hiding since the election, start to emerge again.
It is embarrassing to read the headlines about Free America, where one man is walking around like he is the boss of all of us, and we don't know who put him in charge. And it is time for us to put an end to that.
Now, people have been predicting for weeks that Trump and Elon Musk would fall out, that this relationship would not be sustainable. It's actually been much more durable than many people thought. Trump almost entirely speaks very warmly of Musk in private, but he did sound about Musk by reporters, and he said, quote, Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval. And he said if there's a conflict, then we won't let him near it. It's fine to say that, but it's not really what's happening in practice.
Okay, so Jonathan, is there an argument to be made that this kind of slash and burn tactic is actually the only way Musk is uniquely positioned, some might even say he's really qualified, to make these kind of cuts in a way that nobody has before?
Well, I think there's sort of two separate parts to this. One is shown that he's very ruthless about cost cutting to the point where he's taken several of his companies to the brink of destruction before rescuing them. Yes, all of that is true. Where this becomes thorny is we're not talking about an electric car company where, let's say, Elon Musk didn't manage to pull it back from the brink and it failed. Well, some investors lose their money, some engineers lose their jobs. Not to diminish that, but now you're talking about the federal government writ large.
Right.
So is there the possibility that Elon Musk could and Trump could slash huge amounts of money out of the federal government? Yes, of course there is.
But the stakes feel really different here.
The stakes are different, right? You're talking about the country and the federal government, and you're talking about the public interest. And just take one example, right? Elon Musk leads this effort to send out this email to the entire federal workforce. Email saying basically, we'd love if you would just resign. Just think about that for a second. Who are the federal employees that are most likely to take that offer? It's probably people who have options outside, who are sought after, who have technical expertise that is valuable, that private sector companies could benefit from. So you're going to potentially lose actually the thin layer at the top that is most skilled, most experienced, and potentially most critical to the functionings of government.
So basically what you're saying is that you're encouraging possibly the most talented, maybe some of the most important civil servants across the government who do a range of things to leave, and that does raise a really interesting question of who is left.
Yes, and the other thing that is challenging with this